When our first son, Kevin, was born, the first thing Kevin, my husband, did was cry. He just broke down in tears, I think, at the grace and goodness of the gift that we had just received in our son.
I will say the day Kevin was born was the day I realized why I existed.
He was so helpful to me as a new mom, and with our newborn, he wasn't afraid to just dive right in and be loving and caring and rock and sing and walk and feed. He always was a very involved, active father to our newborns, to our toddlers, now to our sons as they've grown up and into adulthood. Always remained constant.
I think if I had to describe my dad, I think he's, one of the most gracious people that I know. He's one of the most caring, one of the most loving. He really knows how to mentor and speak in a way that allows you to receive what he's saying and then really utilize it to the best of your ability.
My dad's a very compassionate man, very giving, very generous, and has always had a heart to serve other people. That's really spoken to all of us as his sons.
He's always been the kind of dad that will be your best friend when you want him to be, and can be a father when you want him to be, can be a manager when you want him to be. I mean, he knows how to separate but all three. I think now, as I'm an adult, he's become one of my best friends.
I would describe my dad as awesome. He just loves being around me, and he usually spends time with me because I'm his only son left that's in his house.
I always wanted to be somebody that they could come to and feel safe and feel like no matter what the world was or what their experience was, what their pressures were, that the safest place was home.
His kids knew that he loved them. He told them, always. From the time they were born, he still tells them. He still hugs the boys. He's very affectionate.
My father-in-law has inspired me to be the best parent that I can be because I saw how he raised his kids, and he did a great job, and I would love to be like that.
When I grow up, I want to be a dad just like my own, because he's such a great dad and I connect with him so much, and I wish I could be like my dad.
Even when they were little, he and I said, we're raising adults, we're not raising children. These kids are going to spend their lives longer as adults, so we need to train them how to be leaders, world changers, gentlemen, how to act in society, and how to be a blessing to this world.
My grandfather, when I left for school, and he was really the father image in my life. He said, Kevin, no matter what happens in your life, no matter how high or how low, just live like you're at the bottom, even if you're at the top. I took that for my life and quoted that to the boys and encouraged them to live their life where everybody has value.
My father was, I think, one of the biggest pieces to the puzzle to nurturing me and my brothers in our career. For Kevin, Nick, and I, we all really learned how to sing and play instruments from our father. He was raising us up in the house playing music, playing the piano, and my dad could probably pick up an instrument and figure it out within 5 seconds.
I used to say, okay, now I've been in front of a lot of people, so you still have to listen to me because I have experience. And then they passed that number pretty quickly, and they reminded me of it. But they still listened.
I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in November 2005. It was a shock to me. I'd had perfect medical history up until that point, and was really shaken by finding that out and having to deal with that. But luckily I had the support of my family and my friends to help me get through it and have peace in my spirit about it all.
It was devastating because his musical career had just started, and he thought, why me? And then in the next breath, he said, why not me? And he decided, I am going to make a difference. We learned very quickly that the American Diabetes Association was a great partner to do that with.
The ADA was instrumental in helping Nick early on. They were definitely a part of his education, the encouragement that came to him early on. Our main hope is that there'll be a cure, and that we'll see it not just in Nick's lifetime, but to benefit his life.
I think the biggest thing that my dad has taught me in life is always be yourself and be true to who you are. I think that goes to without saying with our music, with who we are as people, no matter what it comes down to. All I want to do and all I want to be is the best son I can be, but more than that, he pushes us for greatness. He always said he was raising leaders, and I hope I can live up to that one day.
My dad's a role model to me because he's just so good at being him and doing what he loves to do. It just makes me want to be a better me.
I think the thing that I love most about being a father is that I get to spend my life loving four of the most precious people. That the day they were born, I see them till I die.